Yes, I know I'm on a break, but I simply had to get this month's comments video out, so here I am. And as usual, the flirfs haven't disappointed. Hello all and welcome along to another comments video with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick thank you to the sponsors of today's video, Raycon. Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel and sound better than ever. With optimised gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit, these earbuds are so comfortable and they will not budge. Trust me. They also offer 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life. During the Christmas period, I was editing my videos in the living room and using my Raycons to drown out the Christmas noise. Raycons are priced just right. You get quality audio at half the price of other premium audio brands. It's no wonder Raycon everyday earbuds have over 48,000 5-star reviews. Click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/SimonDan to get 15% off your first purchase of Raycons. Right, back to today's video, and as I stated earlier, it's a comments one. Yes, it's that time of the month again where we once again take our proton pack of debate and use it on the ghost of opinion that is the Simon Dan's comment section. And we start with someone called Supernova Heights, who says, "Hi Dan, when you're falling into the fiery pits of hell, will you think to yourself as the flames lick higher that maybe you should have chose religion? Oh, poor Dan, he's good for laugh if anything. Let's hope Satan thinks so, lol. I'll be sure to pack some sunscreen on the journey down. Don't worry about that, Supernova Heights." What always intrigues me about this sort of stuff is, these sorts of people always seem so concerned about where I'm going to end up. Why not just not comment? Okay, moving on, we have Pete Jenkins. What have you got to say, Pete? "One day, your overconfidence and arrogance will be your undoing." Oh, will it now, Pete? You do realise that yes, whilst I come across like that on camera, that isn't my true personality. Check out the Simon Dan podcast, then you'll see the real me. Next up is a guy called Dave Rowling, who says, "Hey Simon Dan, how many people do you personally know and trust that claim they have physically been to the moon?" Answer, none. Without personal physical experience from which to support belief, your beliefs are faith-based. Take a look at Eric Dubay if you want a spinning global critic perspective. I've taken a look at Eric Dubay, don't worry, it was bloody awful. Besides Dale, how many people do you know and trust that claim they've made a sausage? Answer, none, but I bet my bottom dollar that you'd still eat one. Moving on, we have Mel Jones, who says, "Only Dan and his brainwashed NASA fanboys still believe NASA actually lost all the data they gained the last time we went to the moon, and that's why we can't go back. Are you sure you guys are smart?" They didn't lose all of the data, Mel. They lost the telemetry data and some of the video footage. That's not all of it, is it? And yes, of course, that's careless, but it doesn't make the moon landing any less plausible, does it? Okay, next up we have Buffalo King. Perhaps they can bring some decorum to this video. "You're a major knob." Apparently not. What about the dead dodo? I'm really confused. This is my first video I've ever seen from this man, and he seems, quite honestly, like a heading into typos, having childish comebacks to compliments, or purely focusing on the negative in a comment. Being overall non-funny witty, I get why he has a few haters, sorry to say. Shouldn't have an apostrophe in typos there, mate. And yes, I have haters, I get that. Kind of the point of these videos. Okay, who do we have next? Good old Stanley Dent. What have you got to say this time? Obviously a video made for half-asleep idiots who cannot think for themselves and get their science from a random British dude who is a disinformation shill. Nice job, plebs. Insulting hundreds of thousands of people in one fell swoop. Nicely done, Stanley. Next up, we have a long one from NGtowDad, who says, "At Hartmut Halsgraf, the problem with people like Dan is they involve their ego and personal vanity in debate. Debate is not about winning, it's about convincing people. So when Dan thoughtlessly and pretentiously thinks himself above debating, he's cutting himself off from the fact that he could influence others. Not every flat earther's 100% in or absolutely sold on it. Some are thoughtless on it. Some are probably not thinking about other perspectives. Some are probably raised in cult-like environments where they don't even have exposure to new information. But if a few of those people are watching Dan and someone debates and are challenged with these ideas, they may change their beliefs. But Dan doesn't want to help those other people because all he wants to do is win against another person. He wants to only convince that person because his ego wants to win over them. He's selfish and thoughtless and hiding behind pretending wanting to help people or some nonsense. I don't think myself above debating. I'll debate many topics, but the shape of the earth is not a subject that's up for debate. And I've said that many times. I don't think I've ever been told that I'm selfish though. Ever. Thoughtless, yes, but selfish, no. And you're wrong about one thing. All flat earthers are 100% in. Okay, next up we have Rollo Tomasi, who says, Simon Dan is hideous. Charming, but not necessarily wrong, of course. After that one we've got, it's old comment favourite Lisa Price. I wonder if they've mellowed. If you pause at just 2 seconds in, his eyes creep over to the left. A real sleaze bucket at work here. Keep pausing at certain intervals. He's clearly got problems. I see that I've succumbed to the looking weird whilst paused syndrome. And of course this is not all that Lisa had to say, when later they came up with this gem. What an eggplant. Amazing, hey? Moving on, we've got Mike Lima next, who says, I'm not a flat earther. Frankly, I'm pretty sure they're mentally challenged. Which means that Simon Dan takes time to write one-sided comebacks to comments made by the mentally challenged. That's called bullying. The fact that it's a grown man attempting humour at the expense of others says a lot about him. Well, actually, I don't call them mentally challenged, but you just did. Who's the bully here? Next up we have Manuel Garcia, who says, I love the fact that you do all these videos because the earth actually is a flat plane with a dome over it. You are in complete ignorance and denial because the empirical evidence of as flat earth is irrefutable. Keep making your videos. One day everyone will know the truth. When Christ Yeshua returns, he will open the dome and every eye will see him. Judgment is close. For America first, then the world. Why America first? Is that God's favourite country? And this Jesus returning thing is just silly. How long have they been saying this for? Right, next up we've got 50 Shades of the Dominator, who says, Powerful Simon Dan is Wikipedia educated. You can't defeat him. Actually, I make sure when I do research, I use anything but Wikipedia, like actual scientific publications, for example. Okay, who do we have next? It's a bit of a collection, this one. Comes from someone called Millwall. Simon Dan, your father was in the UK military 77th Brigade, military propaganda unit. Family business, eh? Simon Dan. Haha, amazing. Proof? Millwall. At Simon Dan, I know, so I've looked into files regarding your father in the propaganda unit. Millwall. At Simon Dan, I also know about you and your secret boyfriend, Dan. I'm guessing he's the man on that tattoo of yours. Millwall. At Simon Dan. Also, just to let you know, you're looking more gay every day. Don't worry though, your secret's safe with me. Wow, classy Millwall. Okay, where to start with this? Right, first off, my dad was not in the military. And what man on what tattoo? And so what if I was gay? Doesn't make me wrong. Whew. Right, next up is Rick Lambert, who says, Simon Dan has a calcified pineal gland, is blind and as indoctrinated as most people are. He thinks this is the way to live, not understanding this modern civilization is the way to be controlled by a few. We are taught to accept a set of beliefs uncritically about living in the peak of our development as the modern civilization. We live in the ruins, have been dumbed down, lied to, fluoridated, programmed to stay lost and stuck in a matrix of lies and deception, like a fearful pet goat in a box under a hypnotic spell. Really, Rick? It seems like you need to get out and enjoy life a bit with some friends. You seem a bit uptight. I bet you're a right laugh at parties. Moving on, we've got Julian Hartwell Music, who says, So what are you offering of any value compared to the wealth of knowledge and wisdom from the syncretists? A lame debunker YouTube channel? Maybe you're just a wee bit jealous that they're going to leave channels like yours in the dust. Okay, Julian, I'll indulge a little bit. So Santos Bonucci's syncretism channel is going to leave mine in the dust, is it? Maybe they should focus on not selling bogus medical products before they do, because they really could hurt someone. Dear oh dear. Next up we have Truth Addict, who says, I just want to thank Simon Dan. I once held tight to the globe/heliocentric model. I now confidently believe the Earth is a stationary topographic plane, and I couldn't have got to this position without watching Simon Dan completely fail time and time again. He won't debate a flat earther in real time, just like 99% of globers. His hit pieces gave me confidence that he's just a coward that likely eats crayons for hobby. Truth Addict, don't lie, you're clearly a flat earther trying to influence people with your comment. And what's wrong with eating crayons? Burnt sienna is a particular favourite of mine. And to finish it off, we've got our old Twitter friend Mike Rupert, who says, Let's make a deal, fraud. You agree to my terms and I will leave you alone. We both know full well what you do and why you do it. Or I can take this to the next level. I've been relatively nice to you so far. I can assure you that won't continue for much longer. So Mike thinks that he's got something on me, and he's been threatening to release it for months, possibly even over a year. I guess I should comply before he lets it all out. Okay then, Mike, what are these terms? Well, there we go, another comments video all done and dusted. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it, I really do. Again, many thanks for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do consider subscribing. There are a bunch of loads more of these comments videos on their own playlist, so do check those out. And if you like this one, like the video as well. Thank you. Just enough time to once again thank Raycon for sponsoring today. Remember, visit buyraycon.com/SimonDan to get 15% off your first Raycon purchase. Or of course, click the link in the description. I've been Simon Dan, have a great week, and I'll see you all on Friday briefly, where we have our final guest content creator. See you then.